Now, the first phase of Unlock India plan across the country begins today with considerable relaxations announced by the centre. The present phase comes after 4 rounds of the lockdown across India here. This despite coronavirus cases in India continue to be on the rise. In its directive, MHA has also allowed all activities outside of containment zones to resume from today. There will be no restrictions on interstate and intrastate movement of persons and goods. Most of the states have announced ease of restrictions as per the MHA guidelines. States like Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh and Telangana have announced continuation of lockdown curbs in containment zones. Delhi too has eased curbs, but its borders with Uttar Pradesh's Noida and Ghaziabad still continue to be sealed and will open up in a phased-wise manner soon enough. Let's take a quick listen as Prime Minister Modi spoke in his Mann Ki Baat about easing of curbs. Take a listen.
इस बार बहुत कुछ खुल चुका है। श्रमिक स्पेशल ट्रेनें चल रही हैं, अन्य स्पेशल ट्रेनें भी शुरू हो गई हैं। तमाम सावधानियों के साथ हवाई जहाज उड़ने लगे हैं। धीरे धीरे उद्योग भी चलना शुरू हुआ है, यानी अर्थव्यवस्था का एक बड़ा हिस्सा अब चल पड़ा है, खुल गया है। ऐसे में हमें और ज्यादा सतर्क रहने की आवश्यकता है। 2 गज की दूरी का नियम हो, मुंह पर मास्क लगाने की बात हो सके तो वहां तक घर में रहना हो, ये सारी बातों का पालन, उसमें जरा भी ढिलाई नहीं बरतनी चाहिए।
Let's quickly go over to our reporters joining us from different parts of the country. Anisha joining us from Delhi. We have Devankur joining us from Jaipur, and also we have Vidya joining us from Mumbai. Anisha, take us through what's happening in Delhi. We do know that the curbs right now across of the national capital have been eased. Restrictions have been eased largely across the non-containment zones, but at the same time, containment zones have increased in number. From today, what changes on ground?
Well, Nabila, in Delhi at least nothing much will change from today itself. Remember, Delhi already eased its lockdown 2 weeks ago. The markets have been opened for a week now. The buses, private offices, etc. have been on the road. People are going to offices. 50% office strength has come back, and we're at Barakhamba Road right now. And as you can see, the traffic is back in the city. Social distancing is being maintained even in the DTC buses. One very big demand of the Delhi government, that was to reopen the metro, has not been accepted by the centre. But when it comes to the norms that were issued by the central government this weekend regarding reopening of religious places as well as hotels, sit-down restaurants, etc., the specific rules when it comes to Delhi for those are yet to be announced. Remember, the Unlock 1.0 kicks in from the 8th of June. Railways, of course, railway services have been working for the last several weeks now. From today, 200 more trains are starting, and we were at the New Delhi railway station, and the crowds are back, and that is something that is very worrying, specifically for Delhi, because we are seeing jumps in numbers of coronavirus patients. There were more than 1,290 confirmed cases just yesterday. We've had 57 deaths being confirmed in the last 24 hours. The Delhi government is pulling up hospitals for delay in actually sending in the number of deaths to the Delhi government. So it is very clear that the situation in Delhi is actually much worse than the numbers indicate, because the numbers are coming in late. But as you can see, I'm going to ask my cameraman to pan to the side and show you, the traffic is back, people are going to work, and social distancing, at least in the DTC buses, is being maintained. It is, however, for the people of the city to remember that wearing a mask and maintaining that 2 gaz ki duri is the most important point for them to follow. Back to you.
Right, Anisha, do stay with us. We also have Nolan joining us from Bengaluru. We also have Nilanshu there joining us. But before that, let's quickly cut across to Gurgaon, where Devanshu joins us live. Devanshu, Gurgaon and Delhi border, we hear, is still sealed. Many of them from Delhi go to Gurgaon for work and vice versa. Are we looking at ease in restrictions from today, or are they still stopped at those checkpoints?
Well, Nabila, right after the MHA guidelines, there are no restrictions at the border. I'm currently standing at Delhi-Gurugram border, and as you can see in the pictures behind me, there are no restrictions. The cars are moving ahead, the police force is standing, the barricades are placed, but no one is asking for e-pass or any valid passes. As it was mentioned in the MHA guidelines that there will be no restrictions at the border and there is no need for you to carry an e-pass or any other valid essential services pass in order to cross the border. Although the situation was not similar a few days back, as the Haryana government is continuously blaming Delhi for being corona carrier, as people from Delhi travel to Gurgaon on daily basis, due to which the cases are surging in Gurgaon itself. Yesterday, Delhi recorded maximum number of cases at 1295, and Gurgaon also and Haryana itself recorded 200 cases, out of which 160 is from Gurgaon. So the Haryana government is clearly accusing the Delhi government to take precautions, because the cases are continuously rising in both the states. Despite from that blaming game, there are no restrictions at the border for now. Nabila.
Right. Devanshu, thank you very much for joining us with those details. Let's quickly go over to Nilanshu joining us from Lucknow. Nilanshu, do take us through UP. We do know that restrictions are in place only in containment zones. The non-containment zones, largely, work is back in action. Do take us through what's open, what remains closed.
Nabila, right now I'm out at the Alambagh bus terminal in Lucknow. You can see that inter-district bus services have started from today after the fresh guidelines by the state government. These are the UP Roadways Tour Corporation buses, and the people who want to travel from one district to other can travel in government buses now. You can see that people here at the bus terminal are wearing masks as a precautionary measures. All the drivers and conductors can also be seen wearing masks, and thermal screening of every passenger entering the bus terminal is also being done, and the bus drivers and conductors have been directed to ensure that the seating capacity protocol is followed and no one is allowed to stand inside the buses during travel. So a lot of relaxations have been announced by the state government. Autos and taxis have also started operating across the state today, and the drivers have been instructed to ensure that they wear masks as a precautionary measure. At 10 a.m. UP Secretariat will also open today with 100% workforce. Earlier only 50% staff was being called in the Secretariat, but now the government offices will open from today with full workforce.
Nilanshu, to stay with us, let's quickly go over to Vidya joining us from Mumbai as well. Vidya, take us through. Maharashtra has taken a bold step to ease curbs. Mission Begin Again. That's what it's called. Several establishments will be allowed to open, but in limited capacity. All this would start from June 3rd. Take us through what will be really the change on ground starting in 2 days' time.
Well, Nabila, these are basically baby steps that the Maharashtra government is really taking as of now. On 3rd of June, what will be starting is only the fact that people will be going out to exercise. There'll be people going to walks they'll be going to parks, they'll be going to beaches to take a walk. In fact, even in that, the government has asked people to actually encourage them to do cycling rather than go for walking, as cycling would maintain social distance. So the harping of social distancing is always there. Wearing of mask in public is still mandatory, and it is only on 5th of June that the shops will start opening up, and they will also be in odd even fashion, and only from 8th of June that we will really have. But unlike what we have seen in other states where 50% offices offices with 50% capacity are starting, in Maharashtra, it will be starting only with 10% capacity. Offices will begin from the 8th of June with a 10% capacity, and in fact film shooting and everything has also been given a go-ahead, but there are many restrictions that have been put in place. So certainly these are baby steps that the government is doing, and as Uddhav Thackeray yesterday mentioned, after this entire mission was out, he came on to and addressed the people of Maharashtra and said very clearly that we really do not want to go back to the stage where we had seen an locking of this entire state for 3 months nearly. So it is very important that we maintain social distancing, hygiene, and see to it that people, residential, old people, especially in homes who do not really move out but can get infected if the young people in the house are going out and do not maintain hygiene and come back and do not clean up after coming back. So these are something important, the SOPs that are being put in place so that people who go out really maintain hygiene. That's something that the Maharashtra government is very keen on.
Right, absolutely, Vidya. In fact, people in Maharashtra, especially in Mumbai, feel like they're caged. This is way too long that restrictions have been in place, but it's also a city severely hit, Mumbai. Maharashtra itself, a state which is grappling with this crisis. What's the sentiment on ground while you speak to people? Have you really heard back from people who are waiting to get out? Are they willing to begin business, or are they worried of contracting the virus considering the outbreak so severe in Maharashtra?
In fact, in lockdown 4 itself, e-commerce was started. Remember, e-commerce was started by Maharashtra government because there was ample social distancing that is maintained by them. But shops, as we had seen when they had opened up, they saw that there was extremely high rush in shops, and that is the reason why the shops were closed. But the shop federation, we have been speaking to a lot of shop owners and the association that they are associated with, and they all were very keen. They have been making representations to government of Maharashtra saying that if e-commerce is allowed to flourish and supply non-essential goods as well, then it will be their business which will be hurt, and that is what they do not want, and which is why they were putting a lot of pressure on Maharashtra government to start it, and which will eventually start on the 5th of June.
Vidya, thank you very much, but do stay with us. Let's quickly go over to see what's happening in Karnataka. Nolan Pinto joining us live from Karnataka. Nolan, Karnataka, like you said, time and again has been one of the first few states that has revived the economy, started business to function just a week ago itself. So from today, anything else changes? Is there going to be any difference on ground starting today?
Well, Nabila, nothing much changes over here because whatever changes were to be seen have been seen for the past 2 weeks. Let me just show you what's the situation over here. This is the busy Richmond Road, Nabila. You would know how it was during the lockdown and how it is on normal days. And this is exactly how it is on any normal day. Complete traffic on the roads. You have your autos, you have your buses, you have your bikes. Everyone is outside. So this sort of is if one could actually talk about and say that this is how the economy has opened up over here. Bengaluru is open. Yes, IT companies are not functioning to their maximum. Most of them are still on the work from home basis. In fact, most of the companies have understood the plus points of work from home. And mostly till about September that will happen. Buses are out on the road. Yes, buses are out on the road. Furthermore,
undoubtedly,
what really Nolan, today is that there'll be few AC buses that will be let to ply.
That's great, but what we saw and hear is that Bengaluru people are just out there caring less about social distancing, not wearing masks, gathering in groups. Really, no fine, none of them have been reprimanded. We're getting visuals that we see people flouting those norms in place. So what's the whole point of lockdown being finally lifted after 4 phases if people are going to come back to their regular routine of mingling and without social distancing?
Well, absolutely. In fact, over here, the BBMP has been fining them. But regardless of that, it looks like people are not bothered. Like you rightly said, there are many areas in Bengaluru. In fact, even in the city center itself, people do not wear masks, even though the Prime Minister has actually time and again asked people, maintain social distancing. Wear even a cloth mask, a homemade cloth mask. But we do not see that happening.
A system of fining them should come into place,
really
Nolan.
What's to say?
Absolutely. Nolan, a system of fining maybe should come into place because people must realize that we can't afford to get into another phase of a lockdown. The economy is severely struggling and suffering currently. Let's hope people do show responsibility. Let's go over to Shalini Lobo to see if the similar situations on ground in Chennai as well. Shalini, take us through what's happening in Tamil Nadu. The MHA guideline says post 8th, most of the establishments can open up, but guidelines must be be followed. Social distancing, wearing masks, mandatory. What do you see in Chennai?
Well, Nabila, today, the first day, you can see the traffic has definitely increased on the road. There are autos on the road. People are about, everyone's going about their usual business. Most of the commuters that I see are wearing masks, so that's a good thing. A few auto drivers I saw were indeed wearing face shields as well. Now coming out to the guidelines that the government has put, tea shops, eateries, restaurants can begin dining in services without air conditioner starting the 8th of June. And of course, they all have to ensure social distancing is maintained, and they have only 50% seating occupancy inside. Salons and spas in Chennai will be opened up starting today. Once again, no air conditioner. They can take in only a few customers at a time. Social distancing, mask, everything should be maintained. Shopping complexes, jewelry shops, those big stores can be opened today, but with 5 customers at a time, and once again, no air conditioning. Now, most of the companies have started the work from home, and the government has asked them to encourage that. However, for IT companies and private concerns in Chennai, they can function with 20% workforce, which is roughly around 40 people in office. If you move outside Chennai, it's a relief. They're saying you can bring in 100% workforce, both private and IT concerns as well, but work from home is encouraged at its maximum level. Even industries outside Chennai can function with 100% workforce. Now, barring 4 districts in the state, which is Chennai, Chengalpet, Tiruvallur and Kanchipuram, public transport is also operational. That is your state transport buses, but they will be only 50% fleet with around 60% seating occupancy to maintain social distancing.
Right.
Every passenger, every member of the crew will have to wear a mask. Now, these are the certain rules that the government is putting in place. Places of worship still remain
But
closed.
if people
In Chennai,
don't
the
abide
liquor
by
stores
those
still
rules,
remain
is there a
closed.
fine in place, Shalini? I mean, I'm just asking you because we are seeing similar situations of violating those norms that are in place on social distancing. Many of them not wearing masks, have not being pulled up by the police as well. Anything that you see different in Chennai?
In Chennai, there are a lot of people. It's not just the police, but also people on the streets warning other people to wear masks because everyone is scared. That is one thing we have understood, because in Chennai, we have over 500 cases every day, including 804 cases yesterday. So people are scared of the virus and people are warning each other to wear masks. The Greater Chennai Corporation has also put a fine down for those who do not wear masks, and I've said that even if you're driving a car and if you're the lone passenger, you still have to wear a mask, and the police in places are still stopping people and warning people as well.
Great. So police are keeping a close watch. Thank you, Shalini, for joining us. Thank you, Anisha, Nolan, for bringing us all those details. Vidya as well, from the length and breadth of the country.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.